welcome back to the channel. Jumping right into it, today we are going to be talking about some of the best suburbs in Tucson, Arizona. We're going to mainly be focusing today on two of those suburbs, one being Vail, Arizona, which is on the southeast side of Tucson, and the other, which is Oro Valley, which is on the northwest side of Tucson. We're going to really deep dive today on where it's located, what the community's like, what's in the area, home pricing, what the houses are like, the schools, and also the amenities. You'll want to make sure you stay until the end because there's some awesome amenities that you won't want to miss out hearing about. But let's get right into the video. First, we're going to be starting with Vail. Vail is located on the southeast side of Tucson, and just for the sake of this video, we're going to use downtown Tucson as your central Tucson point, or more of how far it takes to get to downtown Tucson. So from downtown Tucson, you're going to take the I-10 and go southeast, and it's about 35 minutes to get to Vail in general. But the good news is it is all just straight freeway driving, so it does make it a lot easier. It's not like you're driving through stoplight traffic and it's back to back. It is all freeway. So it's a nice commute. It is a little bit longer, but it is a nice commute because it's freeway. Now, a lot of Vail is going to be a little bit more rural. It is more of a ranch farm feel, but it is also very much known for being one of the bigger master plan community areas within Tucson. A lot of new builders are out there, everyone from Pulte, Mattame, Meritage Homes, Lennar, D.R. Horton, all of them. They're all out there. They're continuously building, and they're going to continuously build out there for quite a while. A lot of the community and area is continuing to grow, and again, it is a little bit more rural. So it is a little bit further away from some things, but I think one of the big drawing points is that a lot of families are moving out there to get more of that quieter lifestyle, more of that suburban community feel where you know your neighbors, your kids ride around in the neighborhood and everything like that. So it makes it a little bit different than more of a conventional neighborhood of what you might get in the inner city areas. And it is a little bit less developed than Oro Valley, meaning you do have a little bit more of a drive if you're going to get to more of the amenities aspect. But the great thing about these communities and these master plan communities in the area is that you have, your family parks, dog parks, pickleball courts, pools, you have splash pads. It really brings in that old school community feel, which a lot of people are really, really drawn to. So it's away from kind of that hustle bustle of being in the city and getting more into the community feel and community neighborhood. Now, speaking of neighborhood, if you are looking to relocate to Tucson, or if you're looking to look into any of these suburbs and you already live in the area, I would love to help you. I am a licensed realtor here in the state of Arizona and mainly in Tucson. So if you have any questions, I'd love to answer those. You can text, call, or email. My contact will pop up on the screen. You can screenshot it, save it for later, text me whenever you're ready, and we can set up a call, and I would love to help. Now, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the pricing and also just what the homes are like out there. Now, I did touch it is bigger on those master plan communities, and it is bigger with the new construction. So a lot of that style is going to be more of the Southwest. You do have some contemporary modern styles, but majority of the homes are going to be stucco with tile roofs. Some are flat roofs, some have that Southwestern style. You're gonna see a lot of more of the cookie cutter homes, and they do have what I call desert beige palette. So it is going to be more of those beigey tones on the outside, and some people really love them, some people don't like them. It's really just more of a preference. But the price range for those new construction communities, and just for Vail in general, the average price range is starting in the mid to low 300s, and then it does go up to the high 6s. And then of course there are the outliers for anything above that. There are some luxury home options as well in the area, but it is really primarily focused on a lot between the 300 and 600 range, just depending. Now, speaking more so of the school area, that is one of the big drawing points for a lot of people of why they move to Vail, especially the families. The Vail School District has been one of the top-rated public school districts in the state of Arizona for a few years, and it's continuing to grow and continuing to expand in the education and in, their arts programs and language programs. It's a really big drawing point for a lot of families just living in that school district. Now, there is open enrollment options, but it's just a lot easier if you're living in the district and your kids are going to go to school with the neighborhood kids, so it's just nice and easy to make it just closer, more of that community feel again. One of the newer high schools in the area, which is Micah Mountain, beautiful, beautiful high school, lots of donors and money that went into that school. But even the older schools like Cienega and Vail, still really great programs, and they really excel in the academics. Now, let's talk about amenities. What's in the area? How far is it to get to places? I did mention in the very beginning that it is a little bit more rural. I mean, you're about 35 minutes away from downtown Tucson, but what's great is in the area, you still do have your convenience of grocery stores, urgent cares, hospitals, Walgreens, there's a TJ Maxx. There is restaurants in the area, so everything from some chain restaurants like Jersey Mike's, Taco Bell, those things, you do have those. And then there are some local restaurants in the area as well. Just depending on where you are in the Vail area, it could take anywhere from 5 minutes to 15 minutes to get to either these amenities or grocery stores. Now, if you're looking more for like a Target or a Costco, you're gonna have a little bit more of a further drive, probably anywhere, depending on where you are, about 15 to 20 minutes, 25 minutes or so. Some people are a little bit closer, some people are a little bit further depending on the location. So it is still very convenient and accessible for it being more outside of Tucson, a little bit more rural. You are still, within a good commute to get to those amenities that you are needing. But let's go ahead and talk now about Oro Valley. Oro Valley is located on the northwest side of Tucson. It's right up against the Catalina Mountains, so it's definitely known for some of the most beautiful views in town. And granted, wherever you are in Tucson, we are surrounded by mountains, but really in Oro Valley, they have gorgeous views of the Catalina Mountains and the Push Ridge area range, so it's really beautiful. Where it's located to get to downtown, if you're more on the southern end of Oro Valley, so as you're coming into Oro Valley, probably about 30 minutes to get to downtown, but the more north you go into Oro Valley, it could take anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes to get to more central or downtown Tucson. But the great thing about Oro Valley is it is more of a developed area. There is more of options of things to do in that area. So unless you're going for work and you are leaving the Oro Valley area, you have a lot of the amenities in that area. The community, it is definitely more of a wide range. You have a lot of young professionals, families, retirees, just all age ranges in that area. There are quite a few 55 plus communities located within some of the master plan communities, and there's just a wide range, but it draws so many people in that area from, families, retirees, professionals, everything. So there's a lot to do in that area for the pricing in the homes. Now, because it is a little bit more established and it is a very desirable area for a lot of people to be, just with the amenities, what the town offers, and then the views, you can get anything from condos, townhouses, single family homes to ultra luxury homes. It really just depends on what you're looking for. But condos, I've seen some starting in the low 200 range, and that's more for a 1-bedroom, 1-bath condo. And then it can get well into the multi-million-dollar range. So the great thing is if you're wanting to look in that area, there is just a wide range of options of home pricing depending on what you're looking for. Now, for single family homes, again, it is established. So you have houses that are ranch style, you have some just adobe homes, southwestern style, contemporary, modern, just a wide range of homes. And those can be some in some of the more developed gated areas. And then you have some that are just on a little bit more of land and lot. There are also a lot of master plan communities in the area. Rancho Vistoso being one of them. Big master plan community surrounded by golf courses, and one of the big things with Oro Valley is there's multiple golf courses to choose from if that's something that you're wanting to do. There's also a lot of outdoor activities within the area. So if you're wanting to go into another one of the Saguaro National Parks, the Catalina National Park, all of those, great hiking, huge for cyclists as well. There are so many routes and just bike routes in the area that lead through so many loops, paths. It's really, really convenient for those cycling enthusiasts, which makes it really desirable for a lot of people. But we were talking about master plan communities. You have homes that are either in some of the new construction areas, which those in the Oro Valley area are mainly starting in the mid 500s, and then they go up from there. But you are getting a brand new home, you're getting bigger lot sizes for new construction for what I've seen. If you're going more of those smaller town areas that are starting in the lower price point, you're gonna be getting smaller lots. But in Oro Valley for the new construction, what I've seen, definitely on bigger lots. And then again, you have other houses that are more developed, that have a little bit more charm and character, potentially bigger lot sizes, or some that are definitely facing the mountain with their backyard. Those are going to be more of the higher price point range. You're paying for the view. So that's something that I think a lot of people really love. I love it. I think it's gorgeous out there. As for school district, public school, you are going to be looking at the Amphitheater School District, which is also a really great school district in the area. And if public school isn't necessarily something that you're interested in, there are a lot of charter schools in the area, Basis and the Lehman Academy being one of them. And then there's also private schools. Push Ridge Christian Academy is one of the top private schools in the area. A lot of people love what their values are and what the academics are. So it's a very highly regarded school, private school in the area. But then you also do have, again, your charter schools, public schools, so everything when it comes to education. Now, I did mention the amenities. It is more developed within the Oro Valley area compared to the Vail area. Now, here you have more of the breweries, you have restaurants, everything from local restaurants to more of your chain restaurants like your Starbucks, your Jersey Mike's, you have McDonald's, all of those options. And then you have some really great, breweries within the area. You have your grocery stores, you have multiple Fry's grocery, food and drug stores in the area, Home Depot, Target, Home Goods, all of those things, even Trader Joe's, which I love. So it just makes it a little bit more convenient because you're not having to drive 20-30 minutes to get to some of those other amenities that might be important. Now, if you're looking for Costco, you're probably about a 25-ish minute drive depending on where you live. But you have your Targets, you have your Home Goods, you have your Walmarts, your Fry's, all of those things. So it makes it very convenient and easy for people. They love the location, they love the views. So I think Oro Valley is one of the top subdivisions and suburbia areas and towns that people really love and look forward to when they do either come visit Tucson or they live in Tucson and they eventually want to live in the Oro Valley area. That wraps up this video. I think it's so important if you are looking and doing your research, either if you're living in Tucson or if you're from out of the area and you're looking to move here. There's so many different suburbs within the area that are outside of more of the central Tucson area that are very popular, and there's a lot of reasons why people love those areas. One might be for you and one might not. You might really love Vail and really hate Oro Valley, or vice versa. It's just really good to get an idea of what there is to offer, what the price ranges are, and I can definitely do some of the other suburbs to really compare, because especially if you're out of town looking to move here, you want to know what your options are. So again, if you like this video, make sure you click the like button. But if you are looking to move here, make sure you give me a call, text, or email. I would love to help you. We can set up a one-on-one call, either on Zoom or just a phone call, and I'd love to get to know you a little bit and see how I can help you. But again, my name is Rachel, and I'll see you in the next video.